Gulube, the Chief of the South African National Defence Force, General Soli Shoke, generals, admirals, officers, warrant officers, non-commissioned officers, military veterans, the Premier of our province here in the Northern Cape, Ms. Sylvia Lucas, MECs present, members of Parliament present, members of the provincial legislature, distinguished guests, and ladies and gentlemen. I am truly honored to be back in Kimberly for the second time in 4 days to join the South African National Defence Force and the people of the Northern Cape in hosting Armed Forces Day. At the interfaith service I attended on Sunday, I saw in our armed forces a reflection of the South Africa we constantly seek to build. I saw the diversity of our country reflected in the uniform that are worn by our armed forces. I saw, just as I witnessed today, black and white South Africans, men and women together. I saw, just as I see today, discipline, commitment, and professionalism. But I also saw and I see the warmth of our national character shining through. The participation of all faiths in the Sunday event was a reminder of the inclusive society that we are seeking to build in South Africa. It was heartening to see the wonderful creative talent of men and women in uniform on display, as it is today. On Sunday, it was our men and women in uniform who lifted the spirit of our nation through the soaring voices of soloists, trumpeters, saxophonists, and the vibrant defense choir. So when we look at our armed forces, what we see is a manifestation of the South Africa that belongs to all of us, black and white, which our Constitution directs us to build. This day is a reminder that our soldiers are an integral part of us, that the men and women who are in uniform are part of our soul. You are the bedrock of our communities. You are the foundation stone of our peace. You are much more than the defenders of our people. You are the defenders of our nation's constitution. We dare not fail to appreciate how the peace we enjoy lives alongside the constant vigilance and readiness that enables you to keep us as safe as we are. We applaud the SANDF, for you are opening incredible opportunities for young people as you carry on with many of your other tasks. You are opening up opportunities for these wonderful young South Africans in many disciplines. South Africa's defense technology is globally sought after. Much of our technological capability shows that we are well positioned through our armed forces to participate in many endeavors, including the now new Fourth Industrial Revolution. This has established our defense sector as an important contributor to innovation in our economy. It has made defense a sector where young people can exercise not just their physical capabilities, which they have in great abundance, but their creativity and exercise skills across a broad range of endeavors, from as important a task such as catering, to engineering, to intelligence gathering, and project management. Fellow compatriots, a decision was taken in 2012 to proclaim the 21st of February as Armed Forces Day. It commemorated and commemorates the day in 1917 when the SS Mendi was sunk in the English Channel during World War I. The SS Mendi was transporting 823 members of the 5th Battalion, the South African Native Labour Corps, to France when it was struck by the SS Dora. Over 600 black troops died in that disaster. It is a day on which we remember the bravery of soldiers prepared to fight in a war that was not theirs. It is recorded that as the SS Mendi sank, the soldiers chose to die with dignity and with honor. It was this tragedy that S.E.K. Mqhayi recalled in his poem, Ukutshona kukaMendi. In it he writes, "Could we have sacrificed anything more precious? What did it mean to sacrifice a village? Was it not giving the bull calves of your homestead, sending those very ones who loved you as a nation?" We are talking deep now. We have added our voice. Proudly, we are part of those opening the road to freedom. In the way Abel was a sacrifice of the earth, in the way that Messiah was the sacrifice of heaven, be consoled, all you orphans. Be consoled, all you young widows. Somebody has to die so that something can be built. Somebody has to serve so that others can live. This day has become a day that allows us to remember all men and women who have paid the ultimate price in defense of freedom, peace, and justice. It reminds us that blood was spilled by many of our people to guarantee us our freedom and our dignity. It is a reminder that honorable and courageous men and women continue to put their lives on the line to secure our peace and defend our Constitution. This year, Armed Forces Day celebrations carry a profound and special meaning for our nation. They occur at a time when our Defense Force has once again demonstrated the deep roots of our constitutional dispensation. They are even more significant because they occur in a year when South Africa commemorates the centenary year of our icon and first Commander-in-Chief, President Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. It is this SANDF that President Mandela envisaged as a non-partisan unifier and defender of all South Africans. President Mandela oversaw the formation of the SANDF as the force that upholds the Constitution of the Republic in defense of all its people. He left behind a disciplined SANDF that protects our territorial integrity and supports our peace and development initiatives on the African continent. Thank you heartily for your patriotism and for lending a hand in the renewal and development of our beloved country. We applaud the major role that the Department of Defense is playing in actively promoting our Defense Force as a career choice. During the past year, the South African Navy continued to lead the Department of Defense's participation in Operation Phakisa. Through Operation Phakisa, the SANDF aims to enhance disciplines such as shipbuilding. During this year, the SANDF will lead the rejuvenation of the Naval Dockyard in Simonstown. It will commence with the building of patrol and survey vessels for the South African Navy to rejuvenate the national shipbuilding industry in our country. This project will create 570 high technical jobs and 4,500 indirect jobs over the next 5 years. The SANDF conducted various maritime border safeguarding operations under Operation Corona, ensuring the safety and stability of South Africa's maritime zones. Operation Tusano is a departmental initiative with the Cuban Armed Forces that involves the maintenance and repairing of the SANDF operational vehicle fleet. From inception in 2015, over 4,000 vehicles have been repaired and maintained, and several workshops in SANDF units have also been revived. A total of 446 South Africans are apprentices, and a further 395 are qualified as technicians through transfer of practical knowledge by the Cubans. As I mentioned in the State of the Nation address, I will soon be visiting the leadership and management of our national departments to see how well we can work together as a nation to accelerate the imperatives of service delivery, training, and job creation as we continue to move South Africa forward. As Commander-in-Chief of the South African National Defense Force, I will be prioritizing my engagement with the Department of Defense. On this historic and auspicious day, I wish you all, our beloved men and women in uniform, and I wish you well. I thank you once more for your loyalty, your patriotism to our country, and more importantly, for your unconditional, unflinching service to the people of the Republic of South Africa. I thank you all. God bless you. Thank you.